Is your phone a trusty sidekick or a constant source of frustration? The new Moto G Play 2024 claims to be the all-rounder, capturing stunning photos, staying connected, all for a budget-friendly price. But hold on a second, doesn't the name Play suggest gaming?
Today we're gonna deep dive into the Moto G Play 2024, but let's keep it real.
This is a budget phone for your everyday stuff, not dominating gaming tournaments, even if the Play in the name suggests it. The Moto G Play isn't aiming to be a gamer's phone. But we'll be testing everything: design, display, cameras, performance, battery, and yes, even some gaming, to see if it's worth your money for everyday entertainment needs. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and before we get technical, let's crack open the box. Eco-friendly packaging again, just like recent Moto phones. A nice touch, and the phone itself is nestled securely with eco-friendly paper wrapping. Thumbs up, Moto. Before we dive into design, let's see what else we get. The usual suspects are here: a quick start guide, safety info, a SIM ejector tool, and a USB-C to Type-A cable. Everything's neatly organized, but hold up, where's the charger brick? Looks like Motorola is following the trend, ditching the brick for eco-friendliness, or maybe just to save costs. This is the US version, by the way. Not sure if Europe gets the same treatment. Hit me up in the comments if you know anything. Finally, a design refresh for the Moto G Play. This year's model ditches the dated look for a clean matte finish with sleek angled edges. It feels that tall, but surprisingly light for a plastic build. Thanks to that weight, it's actually lighter than you may expect. Sapphire blue is your only color option, but hey, it looks good. On the front, we've got a large display with hole punch camera. The bezels are a bit chunky, especially for the bottom one, a common sight at this price point. Flipping it over, you'll find a single camera system and the classic Motorola logo. But be careful, this phone loves to slip out of your hands, so hold on tight. It's not fully waterproof, but a water-repellent coating handles light splashes. Taking a peek at the sides, volume and power buttons with a built-in fingerprint sensor on the right, SIM and micro SD card slot on the left, and USB-C port, it's actually USB 2.0 mind you, and a downward firing speaker at the bottom, and yes, there's the still beloved 3.5mm headphone jack hanging out at the top. On the back we see a single 50 megapixels camera replacing the previous triple camera setup. Motorola claims it takes better low light photos, but we'll put that to the test later. Speaking of budget phones, I recently reviewed the Xiaomi Redmi A3. Let's just say, if the A3 took some style tips from the Moto G Play here, it would be a whole new phone. The Moto G Play seems to outshine the Redmi A3 in almost every aspect. The phone boasts a 6.5-inch 720 pixels panel with a 90Hz refresh rate.
Hello, Moto.
While the refresh rate offers smoothness, responsiveness lags behind, hindering the intended experience. Colors are pretty vibrant compared to some competitors, and its 500 nits of brightness might struggle under the harsh sunlight. An 8 megapixels in-display selfie camera awaits you at the top center of the front. We'll delve deeper into cameras later. Sound quality is decent but not amazing. The speakers gets loud and clear, but the bass department is a bit shy. However, here's where the Moto G Play pulls a surprise. Dolby Atmos does the wonders for video and games. This is clear win over the Redmi A3 and the upcoming Oukitel C38 I'm currently putting through its paces. It also only packs one speaker. Based on the Moto G Play, Dolby Atmos can be a real game changer, especially for a budget phone. But hey, the Oukitel C38 review is still under wraps, so stay tuned for the full verdict on that one. The phone keeps things simple with a single 50 megapixel sensor that outputs 12.5 megapixels photos by default. In good light, it captures decent shots but struggles with shadows, details and lens flare. For reference, check out these comparison photos. On the left, the Moto G Play holds its own against the budget Oukitel C38. Slightly better details and contrast, but you be the judge. Moving up the food chain, the Google Pixel 8, and the gap widens further with the flagship ROG Phone 8 and the iPhone 15 Pro. Still, for a budget phone, the Moto G Play isn't that far behind. As for the zooming, it's not its strong suit, it's digital only, so quality suffers the more you zoom in. Stick to 2 to 3 times zoom max, otherwise things get pixelated fast. My advice, don't push it. The phone shoots 1080p videos at 30 fps, but skip the shaky cam dreams, no image stabilization here. For reference, check out this iPhone 15 Pro footage, amazing but way pricier. Now, the good news, compared to the Oukitel C38, the Moto G Play actually wins the video round. Smoother results despite the wobble. But can it handle the low light? Let's see how the Moto G Play on the left, Oukitel C38 on the middle and Google Pixel 8 on the right handle a walk down Matthew Street in Liverpool at evening. Shakiness aside, focus on color and contrast. Is the Moto G Play good for video? You decide. The 8MP front-facing camera struggles with focusing, sometimes leading to wonky selfies. Hey, at this price point, nobody expects iPhone-level portrait, right? Honestly, these are not the worst I've seen from the budget phone. The phone sticks to 4G, lagging behind competitors like Samsung Galaxy A15 and TCL 40X with 5G. This is a cost-cutting measure by Motorola, and while it works on all major US networks but lacks eSIM support, it might limit you down the line as the 5G becomes more widespread. Download speeds are decent on Wi-Fi 5, but upload speeds are underwhelming. Someone just asked me if the Moto G Play works with Boost Mobile. That's a good question. As far as I know, it's covered. Their network mixes 4G and 5G, but the Moto G Play plays nicely with their 4G. Another bummer, no NFC. Contactless payments are exploding in popularity, and it feels like a miss to skip NFC on a phone in 2024, even a budget one. The phone sports a Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 processor, a welcome upgrade from last year's MediaTek Helio G37. This translates to smoother performance for daily tasks like social media and web browsing. However, the RAM situation is a bit disappointing. At 4GB, it feels outdated for a budget phone, especially considering the upcoming Oukitel C38 I'm testing boasts double the specs, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Surprisingly, Motorola's optimizations make apps performance and scrolling feel smooth despite the lower RAM. But the 64GB of storage fills up fast. Thankfully, a micro SD card lets you store the photos and videos, freeing up space for apps. Not ideal, but it helps. The phone runs on Android 13. While Motorola's clean interface is nice, it's baffling why budget phones still ship with an older OS. The good news? Bloatware is minimal, and some pre-installed apps like Glance are actually useful for things like split screen. Here's a cool feature: you can customize the app grid layout, adding up to 35 apps on one page. That's great for organization. This phone would be perfect for older users, except for one big issue: software updates. Motorola only guarantees bi-monthly security patches, and future Android version upgrades are a mystery. Let's talk gaming. The phone can handle lighter titles. I took it for a spin with Asphalt 9 Legends on high graphics. There were occasional frame drops, but overall the Dolby Atmos made for a surprisingly enjoyable experience. Call of Duty Mobile is a tough beast. I stuck with standard 30 FPS and high graphics to prioritize visuals over frame rate. While some frame drops occurred in a fast-paced game like Call of Duty, they are a deal breaker. The stuttering and slower turning noticeably impacted my gameplay. This isn't a gaming powerhouse by any means, unlike my ROG Phone 8. The 5000 mAh battery lives up to the current standard for phone batteries, lasting a week with mixed use, a match for rivals like Redmi A3 and Oukitel C38, maybe even better. But here's the catch: wired charging only, no charger is included. That means slow laptop charging or buying one separately. I get a full charge in about an hour. Since I never drain it completely, charging from 10 to 90% takes about 45 minutes. So if you're looking for a reliable daily companion without breaking the bank, the Moto G Play might be your match. It boasts a clean interface, customizable layout and a vibrant display, perfect for catching up on Netflix. Plus, the headphone jack is a welcome throwback for audiophiles on a budget. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. At 4GB, the RAM falls behind some competitors and the camera takes a slight step back compared to the last year's Moto G54. So who is it for? Casual users on a budget, those prioritizing affordability and the battery life, or even seniors seeking a reliable phone. At $130 US on Amazon, it's a contender in its price range. So the verdict: it's a solid 7 out of 10, great value for the price. The Moto G Play isn't a powerhouse, but it gets the job done for essential tasks. Power users and camera enthusiasts, however, might want to look elsewhere. If you enjoyed this video, you found it useful and want more tech smackdowns, smash that like button and subscribe for more in-your-face tech goodness.
So what do you think? Catch you guys in the next one.